We're outside today doing something completely different. We are working on a little pond experiment for some fish that we've had in the house for a bit. But I'm going to let somebody else explain what they are.
So these are our red jewel cichlid fish. Did I say it right?
Mm-hmm. They come from Africa, the rivers of Africa. That's where they come from. And we're using like aquaponics for it. I don't think I actually said it right, but when you grow fish and plants at the same time.
Well, we're using their water for to grow our vegetables because I think their water is very good for it. Probably because there are nutrients in it.
The kids did a pretty good job of explaining it. This is going to basically be a bit of a aquaponics experiment for us. We're kind of doing it the lazy way, where we, instead of doing just water changes where we dump the water, we've been using the water from the aquariums to water some of the plants and the starts that we've had in the house, and it's been working pretty well. So a bit of labor involved, but we're now ready to move this outside. And our jewel cichlids are still pretty small. We got them, oh, I don't know, a couple months ago. I don't know, sometime in the winter. And they're probably about that big so far, and they're not quite old enough to tell male from female and all that sort of stuff. So we're putting them in this one pond we've got over here for now to grow them up a little bit bigger, and then we'll see what we end up with.
The place we at first had them was my room, right in my room, and now we're taking them out and replacing them with some bush-nosed Picosmus.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of forgetting the name. But we're going to add two of them back, the group with each other.
Back to your tank, yes. once we know that they've paired off.
Yes.
So that they will hopefully produce some babies.
Mm-hmm.
So here's our quote-unquote little pond. It's basically a stock tank. We've got a couple extra ones, and the sheep can't really use them. They're too high. And we've got enough for the horses and the cows. So we're stealing one to be our pond. So we basically positioned this, we've got our blueberries on this side, and we've got a little garden bed here with some lettuce that's well positioned to get lots of water once we get this up and running, and then our other blueberry bed. So this particular pond isn't super close to our big vegetable growing area, but we are planning to develop this area. Of course, in the winter time we'll have to drain this out and bring the fish in because they're not cold hardy that way. They're tropical fish, but they're on the colder tolerant side of tropical. So we're going to use sort of for quote-unquote filtration. We are going to add some water lettuce to this, and we may get into a floating board type aquaponics thing. We'll see if we get that far. That's a thought. We may not get that far. But I need to sort of jerry-rig a cover for this once I get it attached, because this pump is an indoor pump. But as long as I can protect it from the elements, it should be okay out here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to get some things set up in here for the fish and bring them out.
These are going to be our rocks for in the fish tank.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna
take a bit of them so that when the reason why they like the rocks in there is that it makes it feel like they're more of a home.
Gives them cover, right?
Yeah. Like if let's just say, because like some like kingfishers live around here,
mm-hmm.
and kingfishers will eat fish.
Mm-hmm.
So these will let them hide under the rocks,
mm-hmm.
so that they will stay safe
Yep.
from the kingfisher.
And it'll also hide them a little bit from each other, give them some breaks in line of sight, because these little guys can be a little bit feisty at times.
They like to fight against each other when they're older.
Mm-hmm.
The boys like to fight with each other.
This is true. So we're going to get a couple and put them in here.
Yep.
So what's next?
The water lettuce!
Yep.
Is there only one?
There's only one for now, but we'll get some more plants.
Wait, there's a tiny one as well.
I know. Just take them all out. Grab the big one, and it'll come out as one piece. Be careful with it. There you go.
Wow.
And plop it in.
Oh, and there's another little one.
One broke off? Well, maybe we'll take it in the house.
Can I put it in?
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That'll float around and give them some more cover and spread. So there they are.
Oh, they're little fishy dippies.
Yeah, there they are, ready to go out. So, James.
I am going to pour them.
Well, you're not going to pour them in. There you go.
Just going to slide.
And then just tip it over a bit. And tip it right over and they'll go out. And now pull up. And they're out.
Oh.
In there somewhere, they've kind of disappeared.
Yeah, they're all in the shadow.
Oh, there they are.
See, they're all in the sheep.
There's our experiment. We'll come back to this in the future and see how they've done. See if we do well with them out here.